Hi friends and family, it's time for another video. Today is Saturday. Why do I say that every week? You guys know that I record on Saturdays. I know I record on Saturdays. Everybody knows this. Why do I talk about Saturday? Sorry if the camera moves a lot. It's balancing on blankets and they are not very stable. So if I move, it moves. Anyway, it is Saturday the 19th, right? Yes, because my test is the 20th. My test is tomorrow, and I am very terrible when it comes to dedication to studying. I have always had the mindset that if I actually learned the material, then I know it, and studying isn't going to help. And if I study, then the result is not a true result of what I know. So I have a really bad time when it comes to actually studying. So my plan was to take a practice test today and to review my textbooks and all the grammar we learned there, and maybe review some vocabulary, and then take another practice test. And I got started on the practice test, and then I decided I needed to take a shower, and then I watched a movie just to relax, because, you know, studying is stressful. So I watched the movie Perfect Sisters, which was kind of weird. It was based on a true story about two sisters who murdered their mother because she was an alcoholic and she had abusive boyfriends, and they just were sick of it. And they thought their lives would be better without her. Go figure, teen logic. It's a pretty good movie. I cried at the end when, like, it's a true story, so at the end it kind of had like a element of that trueness. And they mentioned that the two girls, like the whole movie, they started it out with this feeling like we're always together, we were stuck on each other like Velcro, blah blah blah. And the end says it's always us against the world. But then they went to different places. One girl went to a women's penitentiary and the other went to a youth something or other. And they weren't allowed to be in contact. So that was like really hard for them, and they were like fighting off the officers trying to be together. So anyway, I cried at that point. Not when they murdered their mom or anything else. I cried when they were crying because they couldn't be together. And then I was hungry, so I went to the store and bought some snacks. Nothing healthy, just potato chips and whatnot. And then I was obviously supposed to, I was like, oh, you know, I'll get back to this practice test after I look at some funny pictures on the internet. I gotta catch up with those, because that's very important. You have to know what all the funny pictures are. If you don't know the funny pictures, then you don't know anything. So I did that for I don't know how many hours. I'm really sad to say. And now it's kind of late, and I didn't really do any studying. So my test tomorrow is going to be interesting. I hope I do well. I have no idea. Like, as I was taking the practice test, there were a lot of things I didn't know, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. How do I not know these words, all this stuff? And I started thinking, like, what if I only get like level 3? I'm in level 6. I've studied hard, and what if I only get like past level 3? That would be really terrible. But it's definitely possible because I didn't study, which is entirely my own fault. What else? So, week review. This week, I don't think I did anything. Yeah, I really didn't do anything. I went to school, went to work. One of my favorite teachers, she's the scary teacher that I talked about in my going to school video. She will not be my teacher anymore. I don't know why. They didn't really say. They just said, like, oh, something came up, and so now it's going to be really difficult for her to teach you guys and then also do this other work she has to do. So, yeah, we're going to have a different teacher, which I was really sad about because we found that out on Wednesday. And on Tuesday, she went into scary teacher mode and, like, chewed out a student for not participating in class. She asked him, very straightforward, why are you here? Why did you come to class? And he said, because I paid, so I have to come. And she got really mad. And she was like, okay, fine, go up to the office and tell them I sent you. You can get a refund. You don't need to come here anymore. Just go. And he just sat there, like, silent. Everyone in class was silent. It was like, oh my God, what do we do? This is so scary. Yeah, so she's just like, yeah, just go to the office, get a refund. Tell them I sent you and they'll do it because of my name. That's how high I am in this school. I mean, she is, like, one of the leading teachers of the language program. But yeah, she started saying, like, you know, that's not a reason to come to class. Just because you paid so that you can have your visa extended, that's not a reason to come to class. If you're going to be here, you need to participate. You're upsetting the atmosphere of class. You're influencing the way that our classmates behave. You're being really rude and disrespectful to the teachers by not listening, by doing, like, clearly, blatantly doing other things, playing games, listening to your music. Just all sorts of... She was really pissed off, and I was, like, cheering in my head because it's something that's been annoying me a lot. I've mentioned before, there's one girl who always sleeps, and when she's not sleeping, she listens to music and sings along, which I think is ridiculous. Don't do that in class. And then there's this guy who just would sit in class and play games and listen to music with ginormous white headphones on. Like, you're not even trying to pretend like you're doing something. And both of them didn't give their presentations last week Friday. They were just like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't care. And I mean, I see their logic and the fact that, oh, well, I just need my visa to be extended until I can be a student in September, October, September, when classes start, because then they'll get their visa will change to a D2. My housemate is back home now, so it may be loud, crazy. I will close my door. Wait here. Okay, so, where was I? Right, so they pay to get their visa extended with the D4, which is language program. But then in September, their visa will change to D2, which is actual student and university. But if they go home in between, then they have to reapply for a visa. So it's just a hassle, so it's just easier for them to pay the money, come to class, because if you have low attendance record, they won't give you a visa. Anyway, so they do all that and whatnot. So I see their logic in it. It's part of the reason I'm still studying, is so that I can actually live here. But I still think it's very rude. I'm still studying, not because I need to keep studying Korean. I'm functional enough for whatever I need or want to do. But I'm still studying because I'm paying. I'm not coming because I'm paying. I'm studying because I'm paying. Which is the difference in attitude between myself and a lot of my classmates. Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else that special that happened this week. Sort of not disappointed. Very expectant. I still haven't gotten any birthday cards. This is not a guilt trip on anybody. I just am like, where is the mail? I want my cards. I want to see birthday cards. But I have nothing. So it's okay. And my hair is really crazy. It's at the stage when it's growing out that I really hate. And I always just cut it. Just cut it. And then when it's here, it's fine. There's no problem. But people keep telling me, grow your hair a little bit longer. So okay, fine. Okay, fine. Just a little bit longer. But it's being stupid. I don't have anything else to say. If you guys have any comments, questions, is there some other word I'm supposed to use? If you guys have anything you're curious about or you want to respond to, you can just tell me, and I will talk about it next time. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna actually go study now. Good luck to me. See you guys next week. Bye.